Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Vevor tool review. This time I'm going to be reviewing a Porta Power, which is basically a portable hydraulic ram that's used for straightening car body shells, but it can be used for pushing and pulling anything that needs to be pushed and pulled. What I want it for is to make a small wall-mounted press for broaching. I can't have a big press, I haven't got room, but I'll be able to use the Porta Power and the ram off this to make a little bespoke press to do just what I want. Before we get started on the review, I want to make one or two things perfectly clear. I don't work for Vevor. Vevor don't pay me for doing these reviews. The payment I get is to keep the product that I've reviewed. It's as simple as that. I find a product I like the look of and I think could be useful to me or to anybody that does the same sort of thing as me. Vevor send it to me and I do a review. It's an honest, hands-on review, no bullshit. Exactly what you see is exactly what you get. Right, that's enough talking. Let's get on and see exactly what's in this lovely Vevor plastic packing box. I remember years ago we bought a Porta Power when I worked in the garage and it was a really expensive bit of kit. This one from Vevor is far from expensive. It comes in a nice plastic box, so you can keep it all nice and tidy, and you really do get a lot of bits and pieces for your money. We've got some instructions, 6, 10, 12. This is the 10-ton version, the 10-ton Porta pack. That's the heart of it, that's the ram itself. Says on there, 10-ton. Lifting distance, 132mm, which is probably 5.5 inches, 6 inches. Then we've got the hydraulic pump part, this bit here, various extensions. That's the handle for the pump, obviously we'll screw that into there. I'll show you some of the adapters and extension pieces first. There's 2 extensions. These simply plug together. We've got a snap ring on them. It's real heavy gauge tube, proper stuff. I wouldn't be using any of this, I wouldn't have thought. There's various attachments to go on the end. There's a flat plate. Rubber ball, that's quite handy if you don't want to do any damage to anything. There's a foot to go on the other end of it. That's also goes, fits onto any one of the little extensions or the big extensions. Just all clips together. Another adapter. Yet another adapter. And yet another one for pushing into various corners, bits and pieces. That part there has got threads on. That will screw onto the end of the ram. It's got a nice protector. That screws onto the end of there. So apart from the ram, you've also got this thing here. This actually expands. The hydraulic fitting goes onto there. You pump the fluid in and that expands so you can open things up with it, take creases out and stretch things. You certainly get plenty of bits and pieces for your money. I'm going to clear the bench off a little bit, couple the ram up to this, and I'll show you how the quick couplings work, and we'll work the ram in and out a few times just to make sure it does function correctly. The pump comes with a special connector on the end with a plastic cover on to keep any dirt out. And this is clever because you don't lose any oil. The oil actually oil in the hose. So it's got a self-sealing coupling in there. That simply plugs into there like that, and then the nut goes onto there, pulls it together. There's an O-ring inside, and that forms your leak-proof seal or your hydraulic seal. There's a valve on there. Close the valve, and if we pump the handle up and down, once we get the air out of it, there's the ram starting to move. It'll need working in and out a few times to get any air out of it. That lets it down, retracts itself. So now the air should be out of it, it should work which it does nice and smoothly. So I'm going to make a plate, that thread, and I'm going to mount this onto a wall. It's an arbor press. The ram doesn't appear to be chromed, it's just nicely machined steel. As you can see, it has got quite a decent stroke on it. Right, that's the end of it there. Let that down. Right, that's all the way home, and you can disconnect this and you only lost a couple of drops of the hydraulic fluid because it is self-sealing. And put the covers back on just to keep any dirt out. Right, so that's the ram. What can you say about it? It's a hydraulic ram for not a great lot of money. This part here, the spreader, will have a little go with that. I've used these before for taking creases out of cars and repairing damaged things. It's quite an effective little tool. It says here half a ton of opening power is quite a lot. Yeah, it screws together. Close the valve. Right, so as you see, it is a quite a savage device, that really. Yeah, me, that's got a lot of, I'll have a lot of uses. I'm really impressed. It is exactly what it is. All the various bits and pieces. It's all nicely machined, it all fits together very nicely. A bit of paint on the thread in there to clean that off. And you've got the two steel extensions which simply snap together, and all the fittings and bits and pieces go on. And in fact, this one here is two half size. In fact, no, it's three. It gets better all the time. So basically you can cover any eventuality lengthwise with all this joined together. Like I say, I don't think I'll be using much of this, but you never know. It goes in a box, it gets put away, it's always there. But you'll see me using this pump in that ram quite a lot when I'm broaching or pushing bearings in. Unlimited what you can actually do with it. This is sort of set up just to simulate what you're going to do with the extension pieces. I've got it set up on my workbench, and this workbench is really heavy. It's full of boxes of steel. I mean, there'll be nothing for this to lift, but it shows you how versatile it actually is. And that's effortless lifting that. Playing with that, literally playing with it. Just move the bench away from the wall now. Maybe I can use it to push the bench back, I don't know. Fortunately, my days repairing twisted body shells are finished, but I still do need a nice little hydraulic press, and this will make a good little press for me. And it's also got all the bits and pieces, all the attachments, if I ever need them, they're there. Do I think it's good value for money? Would I buy one for my shop? Absolutely. I think for the money you get an awful lot of kit. As usual, there's a link in the video description box to this with a discount code. There's also a discount code that gets you 5% off any Vevor product. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I've enjoyed making it. If there's any Vevor product you'd like us to review, all you've got to do is put a comment on the video and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll catch you on the next one.